It seems like your community is pretty tight knit as well. I've seen you work with a lot of different people, whether it's like your subscribers or other YouTubers on different parts or projects of a truck. So it seems really tight knit, which seems kind of nice. I don't know if every YouTube community is that tight knit. Maybe it's just the Utah truck community, but
Yeah, and I take special care toward my audience. Like I answer almost every comment. I answer almost every Instagram message, almost every email. This year, actually, I made a list of 20 people that really went out of their way to help me over the past year. And I sent them a Christmas gift package. I sent them a like tool bag with my logo embroidered on it, as well as a tool brand that actually helped me with this project. Knipex is the brand. It's a very high
Mhm.
quality brand. I put a card in there. I put one of my keychains, which is part of my merch, and then I put a brand new tool from this company in that gift bag and sent it out to these 20 people, really to thank them for what they've done. But also, it's more far reaching than that, because most of them have posted on Instagram like, "Hey, thanks, Decent Garage, for this." And so
Yeah,
all my fan base sees, wow, he cares about the people that help him out, which I truly do. I'm not just doing this as a marketing ploy. I truly
right.
do. And so I think it grows. I want to create a tight knit community. And so I think that plays into that really well.
Yeah. That just brought up a question in my mind. Do you use like channel subscriptions or do you have channel members?
No, I have looked into that, whether it's channel members, Patreon. A new one that I'm actually looking into doing is called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
There's pros and cons to all of them. I am going to start something like that. I just haven't chosen what platform to do it on yet, because I want to be able to do one live a month at least, where I actually just
Hmm.
work on a project live, where people can be in the garage with me working on a project. Some behind the scenes stuff, because you, as my editor, know my videos are edited and produced. They're not super raw anymore.
Hmm.
And so I think for my fan base, or for the members, whether it's Patreon or whatever, I would probably have you as the editor leave a video fairly unedited, probably be two or three times as long as the actual video, so that they can see it. And I think the fans would like to see that. And then another thing I've thought about doing is basically, before the video was released, I would film myself watching the video, giving some behind the scenes about what I'm doing or what I run into that I didn't actually mention in the final edited product, that those people
Hmm.
can see. Or maybe even a week after the video is released, so the fans have watched the video and then they see me come and say, "Well, this actually didn't go as smooth as it looks on camera. I ran into this. I had to wait a week for this product, even though you don't see that." So there's a lot of these kind of things that I think fans would enjoy that I could deliver on there. So I haven't. The time's the issue is
Yeah.
making that platform.
Those ideas are good ideas, I think, that would help make your community even tighter.
Yeah.
Just speaking my mind, but I am curious how, YouTube channel subscriptions work out. If I know some channels, I've seen some channels use them, and I don't know if they actually are beneficial or not. I've gotten an email from YouTube, like the YouTube creators or whatever, and I'm probably going to butcher this statistic, but it was like this one channel got like 40% more, I guess, channel members because they created member only content. And you can kind of like post that on your channel and it
Hmm.
shows up like as member only content. So I've always wondered how that kind of works, but your ideas seem great and definitely seems like it would be helpful for your specific fan base. So,
My problem is I want to do it on that Buy Me a Coffee site, but out of all of them, that is the least known site. Of the extensive research I've done, it's the best one for what I want to do.
oh yeah,
But you hear a channel mention Patreon, and everyone knows what that is. If I
that's
mention
true.
Buy Me a Coffee, no one knows what that is. And so I don't know
Hmm.
if it will be as effective as I want it to be. So I'm still looking into it, and channel memberships may be a way to go.
Yeah. To wrap up, I want to ask you one more question. And we ask all of our guests this question, because I think it's really fascinating because every YouTuber has different experiences, different niches, succeed doing different things. So the question is, are there any myths or I guess things about YouTube that you think are true or false? For example, one is quality over quantity. Some people think that quantity is better than quality. Some people think quality is better than quantity. Is there anything that you think from your experience on YouTube that you think is true or false that would be helpful to our listeners?
Great question. And I know the exact thing I'll say for this. Subscriber count. Subscriber count is important, but it is not as important as people make it out to be. And let me explain why I say that. So I have 38,000 subscribers right now.
Hmm.
Let's compare that to my buddy Kevin's channel. He's got 1,200 subscribers. So people would see that and be like, wow, Decent Garage is so much more successful than Kevin's channel with 1,200. But what you have to look at when you're analyzing the quality of a channel is average views per video in relation to the subscriber count. So if my average views per video are 1,000 views per video and I have 38,000 subscribers, that means what's that, 2.5%?
Hmm.
I'm getting 2.5% views of my subscriber count. And I don't even know if those are my subscribers or not, but that's not very good. Whereas Kevin, he's always telling me, oh, no one watched my videos. They just don't do really well. He gets 200 views on a video and he has 1,200 subscribers. That's almost 20%. So
Hmm.
relatively, he's way more successful than me if I'm only getting 1,000 views per video. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
I shot myself in the foot in this regard. I went and filmed with those Utah YouTubers and my subscriber count exploded after I put those out. Those videos did really well, but it did not create lasting subscribers. A bunch of people came and were like, oh, I'll
Mm,
subscribe to this channel, but they don't follow my channel. They're not fans of my channel.
gotcha.
So I've been dealing with, to me, that's kind of a blow to my channel. I've been dealing with that now for 2 years, trying to get that. My average view count is finally coming up, but it's still
Hmm.
not where I would want it to be. So when I look at a channel, go look at all their videos and kind of say, what's the average views on just a random video, not their best. Don't take the outliers. Don't take their best videos. Don't take their worst videos. Take the average of kind of the basic videos and how does that compare to the number of subscribers they have. And that's how I would tell if a channel is doing good. So if you've got 100 subscribers and you're getting 10 to 20 views per video, you are killing it. That is really, really good.
Hmm.
So even if you're not getting what you consider to be a lot of views, do it as a proportion to your subscribers and keep pushing for that number to increase, to have more views, more baseline views per video. I would prefer my subscriber count not grow and my baseline view grow. That means I'm growing a fan base. That
Yeah.
would be the ideal situation in my mind. But again, that's a big misconception.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I could be wrong on this, but I believe YouTube sees, how many, like when you publish a video, it goes out to your subscribers first. And if all of your subscribers were to click and watch the video, then it would promote it to more and more people. But if there's a huge, discrepancy between like your subscriber count and your average view count, YouTube might not publish your video as far as if all of your subscribers watched your videos. So I definitely agree with what you said. And I definitely agree that it's a misconception. I think so many people are just like, oh, that channel has 1 million subscribers. They're huge. But that may not be the case with the view count. So,
I could go into a bunch of these things. I've learned so much. We don't have the time for that, but the takeaway I think I'd give to your audience is do not focus on the numbers. Focus on
mhm,
your passion. Make sure you're enjoying it. If you don't enjoy it, you're going to burn out. And then for what? Like it didn't get you anything. So make sure you enjoy what you're doing. I remember when I started, I saw a lot of channels that were bigger than me, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going to get to that point. Like it was kind of discouraging. And now I look back and they're in the dust. Like I've far
mhm.
surpassed them. So just don't compare yourself to other people. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes your passion kind of flourish, and it will organically grow and become something that you enjoy doing. Because if it's not, you're not going to enjoy doing it, and then why do it at all?
Right. Very well said. Very good advice.